When we decided to start our podcast, we really wanted something that was fun and easy and user-friendly for our listeners. So the Anchor app has been a blessing. We can do literally everything here. We record, we edit, we upload everything right here on the Anchor app. It's super, super easy to use and super user-friendly. I strongly recommend you guys download the Anchor app by going to your app store and typing in Anchor, and you'll see it pop right up. It's literally been a blessing to us. It's the best thing that we have for podcasting and sharing our podcast. So you guys be sure to do that. Anchor app.
Girl, I'm a strong black woman, girl. I left him, girl. I gave him back all his money, all his cars, all his shit. I gave him back all that shit, girl. He be calling me right now, trying to get back with me, girl. I ain't with that shit. I said,
So you trying to tell me you gave him back all his shit? You ain't got nothing. You walked away with nothing.
Yeah, girl, I gave him back all that shit, girl. I ain't with that shit. Girl, Girl, I ain't told you to do no shit like that. You done lost your motherfucking mind.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Victoria Balenciaga.
And I'm Mocha 3 Bad, and we are the Hair Gawds.
And you've tuned into the Gawdess Lounge.
This week has been a lot.
It has been everything, child.
The feedback we've been getting from this podcast is unexpected yet amazing. I have gotten so many inboxes, DMs, and comments. It's just I didn't really expect for us to be that well liked because we're just talking
It's just been
shit.
so amazing. Like, everybody, thank you guys for listening to our last two shows. We're just going to be continuing to do our best to get greater and greater with every episode.
Yeah, it's all new to us. We are not professionals at this podcasting thing. So if you guys are inspiring to do your own podcast, you can learn a lot from us, and a lot, like, basically from our fuck ups. Like, you can learn from us because we are learning as we go. And so far, so good. You guys have been super motivating, and just wanted to say we love you guys so much.
One of my favorite things that people keep mentioning, I want you to guess what it is.
It better not be about sucking a horse's dick. I know that.
Girl, no. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's about the intro song.
Oh, yeah. The intro song. Oh, my God. A lot of people are interested in what the intro is. It's Jackie O, and she's basically, it's a skit from like 2008 or 7. It's called Holla Back. Jackie O is basically telling one of her fans who's like, girl, I'm your biggest fan. I do everything you tell me to do. You told me to leave that nigga, so I left him. I gave him his car, his clothes, all his money back, and I just left because I'm a strong black woman and I don't need him for nothing. And Jackie O says, what? You gave him back everything and you left with nothing? No, I didn't tell you that. You definitely got it all fucked up. And the reason why that intro is so important to me or us is because a lot of times we're giving advice, and we are strong black women. Yes, we are. We are all for that. But please don't get what we're saying fucked up, because we would never tell you to do no crazy shit like that. Absolutely. At the end of the day, we want you to leave whatever situation you're in the best, or stay in whatever situation you're in for whatever reasons. But don't misconstrue what we say to have you doing something totally stupid. Our advice is only our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the law. It's not the law. It's only our advice. We do have a lot of common sense. You know your situation better than anybody. Mm-hmm. Don't take what we say and apply it to your situation and have yourself fucked up. Okay?
I got it.
All right, so now that that's out of the way, VickyB, what's new with you?
Not a motherfucking thing. What about you?
I am actually doing pretty good this week. I have not even gotten a lot of sleep because between this, that, and what's going on in the world, it's just been a lot. So not anything is new. It's just like everything is new, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
nothing is new, but at the same time, everything is new. Everything that we're doing is totally new, even though nothing's happened, if that makes sense. That
makes perfect sense to me. I get it.
Damn, that's
real
deep.
Real deep. So what I realized is last time we didn't even get to do like our intros. We're so used to talking to the women in the Gawdess Lounge that we're, we just think that everybody already knows us. So if you would like to go first, that'd be great with an intro. Give us your little background story.
An intro. That's like, it's so awkward to talk about yourself.
I know.
But since you asked, I am... Well, my name is Mocha 3 Bad. My real name is Trinier. I am a Scorpio. I like long walks on the beach. I'm currently sipping on a quarantini, and no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious, but okay, let me be serious. My name is Trinier. I am a graduate of Florida A&M University. I graduated spring 2009. With a bachelor's in criminology and sociology with a minor in anthropology. I met some of my best friends in the whole wide world on the set, and I rep FAMU to the death of me. So, Rattlers, where y'all at? I have an amazing two-nager. She's a 2-year-old going on like 17. I promise you. Her name is Taylor. She is the love of my life. I am single, ready to mingle. I'm not ready to mingle, but I am single. And I don't know. What else should I say? What else do we say when introducing each other? Like, I don't know. I think I covered all the bases though.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, cool. So your turn.
Okay. I think this is so awkward. So bear with me, people. To start, my name is actually like my government name is Rachel. But the hood calls me Victoria Balenciaga, amongst other names.
She's never been to a hood, by the way.
That's a motherfucking lie. If you know me, you know. So my educational background is in communications, specifically in public relations and marketing. I am Canadian. I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I went to Algonquin College. I am
What's the name of the college? Can you say it again?
Algonquin.
Okay, you got to say it one more time for us Americans.
Algonquin.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I said I'm Canadian, right? I did. Yeah. I'm somebody's wife. So I'm married to Trinier's brother. We'll get into that. I'm a stepmother.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Yes. Stepmother, I'm a sister. My favorite role in the world is being an auntie, and I am a Sagittarius.
Did I mention that I was a Scorpio? Because that is really some deep shit.
You sure did.
You did. Oh yeah, I did. I'm a Scorpio, like long. If you want to really know me, Google what is a Scorpio woman, and I am everything that they say. I'm pretty much it, except there's one part that says that Scorpio women are super jealous, and I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I'm super possessive, but not jealous. Jealousy to me would be a person lacking confidence in themselves and their capabilities, so they're jealous of other people's. And I'm not that, honey, at all. But other than that, Google what a Scorpio woman is. You'll find my picture.
Like legit your picture or just?
Bitch. No, but
okay.
Yeah, but I'm truly a Scorpio. And I don't think Rachel is truly a Sagittarius. Like, she's so close to being a Scorpio that she's almost a Scorpio too. But that's just my opinion. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're
I don't know.
a true
I can
Sag?
identify with a lot of the Sag things. I don't know. I don't really look into, because do you look into other signs?
I'm so big on zodiac signs. I can't meet a new person that I really want in my life. Like, I can meet a person who I don't really care about and just don't ask. But like, I think that you're going to be in my life for even a week straight. Oh, I'm going to Google your sign. And I feel like it's never steered me wrong. It always gave me, I don't know if it just kind of, you know how sometimes you think things into existence and it just happens because you've already have a preconceived notion of that person.
Yeah.
But I feel like reading the zodiac signs are really important because it does make me feel like I know what to look out for when I see it, so that way I won't be easily offended by your signs' actions, if that makes sense.
Have you ever been steered wrong with zodiac signs?
No. No, not really. Because I also have being a Scorpio, I have a good intuition, like a woman's. My intuition is so strong that I'm not even going to get into something that feels wrong. So before I even read the book and it says that it's wrong, like I won't even read the book that says it's wrong because I've already X'd you out before we got to that point, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So why do I say if that makes sense so much when I know damn well, bitch, you made sense.
I always say, do you get what I'm saying? Or do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because in my mind, I'm saying so much.
That maybe you lost us or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I always say, do you know what I mean? Do you get it? Which is,
weird. So a lot
you never
of people,
really pick up on that kind of stuff.
A lot of people don't know exactly. So our relationship to each other is we are the Hair Gawds. If you know us, then you know that we have had our hair business for 7 years. We have had a few other businesses before we got to that point, but the Hair Gawds has been our biggest blessing. It's our baby. You can search www.thehairgawds.com and you will find everything you need to know about us. We are trademarked, so bitches, please stop trying to steal our name.
Please.
We own our shits from the bottom to the top. And we have the best hair in the world. Anyone who's ever rocked with us always comes back for whatever reason. So yeah. And if you're here listening now, you pretty much know our personalities. And yeah. So we're the Hair Gawds, but we're also relatives by marriage. Like Rachel mentioned earlier, it's like I have such a hard time calling her VickyB. So VickyB / Rachel mentioned earlier, we are sisters by marriage. She's married to my middle brother, my second oldest brother. And yeah, Rach, do you remember how we met?
I do. And I'm not remixing it. This is from the best of my memory.
Oh God.
So it was a chilly night. Let me go a little bit further back. So I had came into town, to Florida, to visit my now husband, then Slider. And I came with a friend. And one of the nights that we were there, he said, oh, tomorrow we could probably go see my sister. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go see your sister. I'm like, well, where does she live? And he's like, oh, she lives like probably like an hour away, but we can go kick it there. She likes wine and shit, like how you like wine and shit. So it'll be fun. I'm like, okay, cool. So the next day we went over to Trinier's house. We walked in. The minute I walked in, there was a fragrant aroma. Excuse me.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. It was, no, I'm dead ass serious. Like these were the thoughts that were going through my head. I said, what is that scent? Good God. And I took a big inhale and I said, you know what? I met Trina. I said, hey, how are you? I said my name. She said her name and all that stuff. It was great. And then I said, I'm pretty sure I even said to you, I'm so sorry to bother you, but what is that scent? That fragrant aroma coming from your stove? And then she said, oh, I'm just making, I knew you guys were coming over, so I was just making something a little light, just making some pasta. I said, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Would you like some wine? I'm like, sure. We get to sipping the wine or whatever, and then the pasta is ready. I'm not going to make this all about food, guys, but this is actually serious. So she brings out the pasta, and I took a bite. I'll never forget what it was. It was a spinach. It was a fettuccine, not a fettuccine, an Alfredo sauce with spinach, shrimp, and chicken. The pasta used was bow tie. It was creamy. It was fresh. It was fragrant. When it touched your tongue,
you spent like 15 minutes on
sorry,
this
I'm gonna get to the point. Hold on. You could feel the excitement in your mouth. I said, wow, this bitch really knows how to make pasta. I think I even said that to you. I'm like, this is really good. And you're like, really? I made this really quick, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's really good. Anywho, we get to like sitting there talking, drinking, having great conversation. And I was just like, I really like this girl. She's cool as fuck.
Gay for me ever since like homo.
I have, but just the other day I told you I'm not going to be making any more sexual advances at you because I'm tired of you turning me down.
And I really appreciate that gesture. I've grown tired. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make my best efforts to stop doing that. But anywho, I had like the greatest time hanging out with her. It was actually one of my favorite nights when I was down for that trip. And then we had left, and then the next day she came over to my husband's house, my now husband's house, and we hung out for like the the day, and then you ended up
and
driving
you
back home.
ended up cooking for me that day. I remember you guys cooking for me French toast, bacon, and what else? And eggs. Yeah. So
Yes.
I went over there the next morning. But anyways, nonetheless, that is the story of how we met.
Yes.
And I could remix it and say when my brother called and said he was on the way, I was like, why are you bringing bitches to my house? Like, you know, I'm not even friendly like that. But that would just totally ruin the vibe. So we have been joined at the hip ever since.
Yeah.
I want to say that our relationship isn't built off the fact that she's dating or married to my brother.
Yeah, not at all.
We have a totally independent relationship that we built through friendship, experiences. We've been across the country together, across multiple countries together. We've traveled. We have made hundreds of thousands of dollars together. Whew,
and we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
Amen. That is a blessing to say. We built our own empire as sisters. I can't think of 5 days out of a year that we talk about my brother. So our relationship is true and authentically ours, even though I was introduced to her by my brother.
Yeah.
So cool story, bro.
Yeah.
So pretty much we've covered all the bases. So I had an idea because like you said, we did not introduce ourselves in the first episode. And although we promised that we were only going to release episodes once every week, this is kind of sort of like a because we forgot episode.
Yeah.
So you guys don't take this as our next segment. Our next segment will drop next Wednesday. However, we didn't introduce ourselves. We didn't give any kind of feedback on who we are. So this is what we're going to do this episode. And I have a great idea.
What is it?
I wanted to play 21 questions, but I said, who the hell wants to talk about themselves for 21 questions? So I said, I'm going to write a few questions and ask you, and you can ask me some too. Like, I guess we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Or do you want to go, like, I ask all my
questions? No, let's go back and forth.
Okay, let's go back and forth. I'm going to say we will try to do a total of 10 questions, but we will know when we've had enough. All right.
And it can be anything.
They can be anything. Me knowing Victoria Balenciaga the way that I know her, her questions are going to be super weird. I'm going to try to keep my questions level-headed, but I don't even know what to expect out of this woman. So you guys, if you tuned into episode, was it 2? She asked me about a horse's dick. And if you heard the reference in the beginning of the episode, that's why. Hopefully we're not going that route. So what we're going to do is just ask questions that will give a good like indication of how we deal with things in our real lives. So, Rach, I have a question and I definitely wrote it down, but I've lost it. So nonetheless.
You want me to go first?
Nope, I'll go first. It's okay. I know one off the top of my head.
Okay.
It says, what job did you have for the shortest amount of time and why did you quit, leave, or were fired?
That is very easy. My first job ever, I was in high school and someone at school was like, oh, there's this place, because there was a plaza across the street from my high school that's hiring. You just go in for an interview and you can work the same day. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So me and a couple of friends decided to go across the street. We got hired the same day. What you're supposed to do it was supposed to be customer service. Like they were supposed to call you and you answer questions. I get there and we're assigned seats, and right away the manager hands us phone books. And he says, okay, you just go through the phone book and you read this script. And I was like, are you fucking joking?
And so he wanted you to call every number in the phone book?
Yes. He would assign, okay, you are going to do letters, last names A to C and blah, blah, blah. You do this and whatever. So he hands us a script. The place was called, I'll never forget, Taste Better Foods. It was a place that like sold frozen meat over the phone, something weird like that. So I made my little calls. I think I did 1 or 2 actual calls. And then for the rest of the night, I was like, oh, no one's picking up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're not picking up. So I worked for 4 hours, never came back. Neither did my friends. So when it was time for us to get paid, the following week, we show up and he says, oh, I'm working on getting you guys the money. Come back in a week. So we come back the week later, the following Friday or Thursday. And he's like, yeah, I'm still working on it. I just don't have it yet and blah, blah. So at that point, we're like, are you fucking kidding? Like, it's $40.
Mm-hmm.
I worked, I think it was like $10 an hour. It's $40. So it was a total of $80 for the two of us. And he's like, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. So we're like, no, you need to go in the fucking safe in the back and get that fucking money.
So did you rob him? You guys set it off?
No. We didn't set it off. I'm not a criminal. Okay, I just act like one. So then I'm like, you need to get that money, like go in the safe, whatever. And he was refusing to do it. So we're like, we're gonna call the fucking cops. And he's like, there's no need to do that, so on and so forth. So I picked up my cell phone and I called the police. So I'm standing in front of this man and I'm like, I need you to come and help us. This man stole my purse. Blah, 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 all this stuff. And then my friend is like, we're both doing the same stupid shit. And the police officer is like, are you in a safe, not police officer, the attendant is like, are you in a safe place? We're sending the police, blah, blah, blah. The cops end up coming and we tell them we worked for this man. This man did not pay us, so on and so forth. The man ends up giving us $100. Mind you, he's supposed to pay us $80. He had the nerve to say, can you go and get change and bring back the $20?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And we're like, yeah. We're going to go get the change. Never came back. That was it. So I worked there for 4 hours. It was great.
I worked at a job similar like that in Tallahassee called the and this is actually where I met Ladinia. It was called the the such and such network. I don't know, but nonetheless, it sucked. But anywho,
how long did you last?
Cool story. That job was like you can go in literally whenever you wanted to. It was like I need money. Let me just go walk in there and do a few hours at the. I can't think of it. Ladinia, if you're listening and you remember the name of that job, please tell me. And Christina actually worked there with me too. Those are my friends that are in the Gawdess Lounge. So ladies, shout out to y'all. But
okay, ready for your question?
Okay. So what we're not doing the same. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Okay. I want to know what your favorite movie is and why. What is it about that movie? Why is it your favorite?
Okay, that is such a hard question for me because I have more than one favorite movie. But if I had to just choose one movie that I can watch literally every single day, oh no, that's not even fair. Okay, can I give two? I have they're like tied. No, okay. I got like three. No, this is hard.
Do two and then do an honorable mention.
Okay, honorable mention. Pretty Woman and Bad Boys 2. Two total like the reason why both of them are my favorite movies, they're like totally opposite of what type of movies they are, obviously. But there's no movie that starts off better than Bad Boys 2. Like,
agreed.
That movie is comedic genius. Pretty Woman is like, wow, we really can turn a hoe into a housewife. That's what's up. Like you cannot not love that movie. It's such a light, flirty film. I can literally, if the movie comes on at 1 and goes off at 3 and comes on again at 3:30, I'm gonna watch both of those movies all day long as they're on. That's how I feel about that. My honorable mention, which I would say would probably be, it just depends on the day. The movie Set It Off. That movie is so emotionally filled with all types of drama, from love to action to friendship. So it's like it touches every bit of your emotions. So I really love Set It Off. I can even remember where I was, who I went with to go see that movie in 1996. But yeah, those are my favorite movies.
Okay.
It's my turn. Okay. Okay, let's get a little hot and spicy.
Okay.
It's not really that hot and spicy, but what can a man do during sex, before you were married, or if you were not married? Yeah. Let's, hypothetically, what can a man do during sex that would make you stop, get up, and have a full-blown fist fight with him?
I think I've said this before. I will say it again. My worst nightmare is being in the middle of having sex and a man getting on all fours and saying, "Fuck me, sis."
Why does he have to say sis?
Because he just has to, he gave me every single indication that he is not interested in women. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, because some men, I don't want to go too deep into this, but some men like pegging, right?
Yeah.
But then there's some men who want to be with a man. I will whoop your motherfucking ass. I'm so serious. I will grab the lamp and break it on your fucking head.
Okay, so let me dissect this just a little further, because you said something and it does raise more questions, and I'm sure our listeners even heard it themselves too. So are you saying that you're okay with pegging a man who you think is not straight, who you think is straight, but you can never, for lack of better words, fuck a man in the ass who you thought was gay?
I would never, ever in my life, like that. It's like my biggest fear. Like, if you're gay, bruh, just let it be known.
But wait, you're tiptoeing around the question. The question is not gay, because men who like
nobody.
Okay, nope. But men who like pegging aren't always gay.
They are to me, though.
Okay, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But disclaimer, guys, we have nothing against homosexuals or men who like.
Yeah, I just don't want to be with a homosexual.
That's her preference. So
yeah,
whoop do fucking woo. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, and then as a side note, some men like to get pegged, and they are quote unquote straight. So 'tis what it is.
No, you know what? No, it is not what it is.
And for them, it is.
Do you believe? Just real quick, do you think that a man who enjoys being pegged I'm not even going to call him homosexual. Is he suspect?
I personally believe that anything that a man does with a woman and a woman does with a man cannot be considered gay.
Okay.
Does that make him gay? I don't know. That's obviously very specific to the person, but as long as the act is being done with the opposite sex, then I don't consider it gay. The act isn't gay. Now, could a person enjoy this because they are gay? Sure. So that there's a fine line, but I hope I'm making it clear that hey.
But what if he likes being pegged, and while being pegged, he likes to say "fuck me, sis"?
Okay, that does not make him gay to me. I personally couldn't deal with that type of that is beyond me. But I'm just saying, I don't. But no pun intended. I don't think that that's qualified as gay as long as he's doing it with someone of the opposite sex. But I do think that can be something that a gay man would enjoy.
Okay. You ready for yours, since we're turning it up a notch?
Was that not like I'm so confused at how this goes, because it's like when I ask you a question, you're making me answer the same question. It's so unfair. But
no. I'm just
so
I'm just asking for a little bit more detail.
So unfair.
In like if you Okay, so here's my question. If you were in the middle of having sex and the man you're sleeping with called you by your best friend,
wouldn't happen.
What would you do?
Wouldn't fucking happen.
Okay.
Next.
No, but you can't do that. It's a what would you do situation, and it happened.
I would say, come again, say what? Okay. There's really maybe I cut you off. Say the scenario one more time. I'm not understanding.
You're in the middle of having sex, and the man you're sleeping with calls you by your best friend's name. What do you do?
Come again, say what? That's literally because number one, you're just saying having sex. You're not saying making love. So is this like a slider? Is this like a hit it?
This is your man.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to get on here and say that I'm not above domestic violence, because I am. But in that moment, he might get it. But I'm going to say, come again, say what? Huh? And then we're going to, it's going to be a very awkward moment from there and for the rest of our fucking lives. Because there's not really, I can't say what I would do because I really don't know. But literally in the middle of a Kegel, come again, say what? Like, what did you say? Like, get off me. I really, I can't imagine. That was really,
Get off
that
me.
was really, vivid. What I just painted a good picture, right? Okay, next. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Have you ever, okay, no, not have you ever. Give me a story about a time where you dated someone unattractive, and not just, physically. If they were physically unattractive, that's fine too. But if, give me the reason why you felt they were unattractive. And if they were just ugly, that's good enough too.
Okay, so one thing I'll say now, because I'm probably going to say it several times whenever we talk about dating and like past dating, the only person I've ever dated is my husband. Okay? That being said, ladies, do you follow? Ladies, as long as you follow. Okay. That being said, maybe at one point I had a dream that I dated someone who was unattractive, and I only did it in that dream because he was threatening to kill himself.
So you dated hypothetically.
Absolutely. Hypothetically, I did. And because I'm such a great person. And then in my dream, I realized that, like, this person is so full of shit. Like, you're not going to kill yourself. Like, you're trying to manipulate me. You know what I mean? But that's when I was really, really young. I had this dream. So, yeah.
Was he ugly in this dream, or was he attractive?
In the dream, he was unattractive.
No, unattractive is already what he is by his personality. Was he ugly?
Oh, no. In the dream, he was ugly is such a strong word.
Okay.
I do believe people are ugly. He wasn't ugly, no.
Mm-hmm.
He was just physically
challenged.
Yes. Cosmetically challenged is what he was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad. My turn. Have you ever had to tell a man that his sex game was not it? Like it just wasn't doing it for you? And if you did, what's the story?
Honestly, I can't. I'm so far removed from sex because, like, in my dream, like, I have never had to, like, you mean during sex? Like, hey, stop. This is whack. I have had to say, okay. This is so weird, Mom. I'm so sorry. All right, I have had to say while getting head, hello, are you doing this for me or for you? Because if you're doing this for me, I don't feel anything. Like, you gotta.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've had to, put a little force behind that lick. Like, you licking me like a cat drinking milk.
Oh my God.
Like a kitten on some milk. Like, bruh. Like, what the Mom, please don't listen to this one. I'm gonna block her out of this one so she doesn't have access to this link. But yeah, I have had to say that, and I have had to decline sex because the man was stink downstairs. So yeah, that's as bad as it got though. And what happens after that is I just don't really talk to him ever again.
Excuse me, but are you doing this for me?
Or like, are you doing like, hey, are you down there for me or you? Because if you're doing this for me, it's not working. I literally have said that before. Yes. I
could see you doing it. That's what makes it funnier to me.
Because I'm dead ass serious.
Yes. Hilarious. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I only have one more question.
Okay.
And I'm not even certain. Okay. Well, it's kind of like, I have a question, but I can spin it around. Give me a time when you were caught in the act. I'm springing this one on you. Okay. Caught in the act of sex, obviously, in your dreams or in real life, whatever.
I could say, honestly, in real life and in my dreams, that's never happened.
You've never been caught having sex?
I don't think so. If I have been caught, it wasn't.
You didn't have. So
you
never did like the walk of shame.
No, I'm married, so no, I've never
done. Oh, because you're. I forgot. Yeah, in your dreams.
But in a dream, in a dream, one time, I might have done the walk of shame. but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I don't think I've ever been in that situation for real, for real.
Can I give I'm going to give a story and I'm going to keep it short and sweet. One time I was dating a guy who was, he did not live in the city that we were in to make it, separated from listeners. He did not live in the city that we were in, but he was visiting, and I lived there, and his parents lived there. And we were at, hey, pull up to my mom's house. I'm leaving the club. I've been drinking. He's leaving the club. He's been drinking. We meet at this location at his mom's and his parents' house, both his parents, not just his mom. And, we do our thing in the living room, and then it's like, okay, it's getting hot and steamy, and it's in the middle of the night, so parents are asleep. It's getting hot and sleepy, so we go into this guy's childhood bedroom and we tear it down. But unfortunately, we were both drinking, like I mentioned. He fell asleep on top of me afterwards, and
oh my god,
I'm literally I'm like, okay, it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm gonna let him sleep for like an hour. I gotta get the hell up out of here. So the time starts to fly, and I'm like, like trying my hardest to get this 200-pound person off of me, but he's dead sleep. Like at this point, I'm questioning if he's alive or not. Dead ass sleep. And then all of a sudden, I just kind of give up because I'm drunk. I'm tired. I just had some amazing moments, and I'm trying to wake him up, but he just would not wake up for literally hours. So I'm asleep. 7:00 in the morning, I hear pots, pans, feet tapping. Everybody in the house. Oh my god! Mom is in the kitchen cooking. I want to say Sunday breakfast. So
I was just about to ask you, was it Sunday?
Oh my god! So now I'm like punching him in his rib cage, like, get the fuck off me! Help me! So, and I'm just trying so hard, like, please, like, God, please get him up. So he wakes up. I'm like, yo, your freaking parents are out there doing whatever. He's like, oh my god. So now I have to put on my freaking clothes inside out. I think I left like one of my shoes in the front room from
Oh my god.
So here I go walking out bare feet with one shoe in hand while he go like. And his mom is in the kitchen. I tell you, no lie, in her robe, Christian music blasting, Sunday morning best.
Oh my goodness.
Cooking, and it smells so good. I should have just stayed for a fucking plate. Like, she's listening to all her gospel music, and I have to do the walk of shame right past this woman. You know how you hold your shoulders so high to your neck, and you're like, hi.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking by, super embarrassed. Hi. And he has to go get my shoes, so I have to stand right there in the front for just a second while he gets my shoe.
Oh my
and
god.
Then head out. When I tell you, I've never ever been more embarrassed in my life, but at the end of the day, I would have done it again.
Now, did he tell you what happened once you left? Or you
because he's a grown man. Like, it wasn't like I was like 19, 18. This is, we're grown. So I'm sure his mom, knows that, he does what he does. And it's not like he was living there. So it was like a thin line of, okay, you tried it and you didn't try it. So I don't know. But yeah, that's like the most awkward thing that's ever happened to me.
I couldn't even imagine. That's nuts.
The fact that it's like
hilarious.
This woman was so perfectly in her home on a Sunday, Christian music, fixing food for her devilish son and her husband. And here I go, the tramp, walking through her living room looking for a shoe.
I bet you they brought him to the altar.
I'm sure they did. But yeah. So now that I've told all about myself and my business,
that was fun.
Super fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys, we have to do this again another time. We will wrap this up here, and I will say we will have another episode for you guys on Wednesday, the upcoming Wednesday. And yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us, the Hair Gawds, on Instagram. You want to follow the Gawdess Lounge on Instagram and on Facebook. If you are a woman, please, please, please join our girl gang, the Gawdess Lounge. You will love it there. Rach, anything?
Just remember, guys, that Gawds is spelled Gawds and Goddess is Gawdess.
Awesome.
And this was so
this
fun.
is so fun. You guys, thank you again for tuning in. We will see you guys.
Yes.
We'll hear from you guys this time next week. Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Thank you for joining us in the Gawdess Lounge. We're going to drop a picture of this podcast on our social media, so be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, the Hair Gawds. And if you're a woman, you can join our group, the Gawdess Lounge. Leave your comments and your feedback so that next week we can include you guys in our segment and let us know how we're doing.